guys, welcome to Culinary Kits for Kids, and today our recipe is going to be a black bean sweet potato enchilada. So I know you've probably tasted enchiladas before. Some have cheese stuffed in them, some have meat stuffed in them. Today's enchiladas are going to be filled with a black bean veggie and sweet potato mixture. So it's going to be really tasty, guys. It's going to be really different, and there's going to be quite a bit of steps. So we're here for the long haul. We're going to do it all together, so it'll be okay. So you got to preheat your oven first to 400 degrees because we're going to be baking our sweet potatoes in there. And what you're going to find in your kit for this recipe is you're going to find some black beans, you're going to find some green chilies, you're going to find some enchilada seasoning, a clove of garlic, a sweet potato. If you don't know what they look like, they're little kind of orangey, red looking potatoes, a red onion, a lime, some cheese, and some corn tortillas. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have our parents help us, and they're going to do what we really can't with our kid knife. So they're going to cut our sweet potato in half with a regular knife for us. And if your parents want to supervise you doing this, you totally can. I just want to make you aware that the sweet potatoes are very hard to cut. They're very tough inside. So if you are cutting them, make sure your parents know and that you have a firm grip on your knife and kind of a flat surface on your sweet potato. That way you could just very slowly and gently cut it in half, okay? So we want our sweet potato to look like this. It's pretty and orange inside. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a baking sheet with some parchment paper or aluminum foil, or if you don't have any of those things, you can go ahead and grease your baking sheet. Then we're gonna get some oil, and we're just kinda gonna drizzle it on top. Kind of rub it in just like this. Let's put it on the skin too, but it's up to you. Then skin down, okay guys? Onto the baking sheet. Just like that. And then we're gonna bake them for 30 to 35 minutes in our 400-degree oven. And yeah, so for the next step, you're gonna wanna have your black beans open, your green chilies open, because we're gonna do our mixture next. That's gonna go inside our enchilada. So what we're gonna do first is you're gonna carefully open your black bean can, and we're gonna drain the liquid. If you don't have liquid, that's okay, just drain what you can. You can always rinse out your beans if you want to. Also, a good little note is that if you rinse your beans, you get 40% of that sodium out. So that's pretty cool to know. So we're putting them right here into our bowl. Throwing the can. Our green chilies right into the bowl too. And green chilies aren't that spicy. These are mild, so they're not going to have like a crazy amount of spice. They're just going to give us a really good flavor. Half of our cheese mixture, so not the whole thing, but half. Okay. Our salt and pepper, right on in. Ooh. Our enchilada seasoning. And then we're going to go ahead and chop up our garlic cloves. So you're going to have your garlic clove like this in your kit. One side is going to have that little root piece, so that's going to be that little hard, the flat piece right here. You're going to want to go ahead and cut it off. So just go ahead and side by side with your knife in a seesaw motion, just cut off that little end piece. We're not going to need it. And then from here, you're going to want to cut your garlic really small as you can, because garlic is really strong. It's so good for us to eat, but it does have a lot of flavor, right? It's very potent. So very carefully, you're going to want to cut your garlic as small as you can. So I'm going in little slices right down the center, just like that. And I'm using my muscles to push down on my knife. And if you notice, I'm holding my knife very firm, like I'm shaking my knife's hand, okay? So you can do that too when you're practicing cutting. Always make sure that you're holding your knife the right way. You don't want your finger to be on top of the knife like this. You always want to have a very, very sturdy hold on your knife, okay? And then from here, you can just go right up and down and cut the garlic even smaller. Okay, just bring it back all together and go from the other side. And as you can see, I'm using my other hand to kind of hold the front down while I go up and down. See? Using it like a little pivot here. So just going all the way around with a little garlic. And as I'm doing that, that garlic is getting smaller and smaller. Okay? So garlic is great for us, guys. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. So inflammation can be caused in our bodies. That makes things swell up, right? It gets them inflamed. So the garlic helps us to take away that inflammation. So it's really good for our bodies, guys. So here we go. Have all my garlic nice and minced. Putting it into our mixture. And we're just gonna mix. Okay, gonna wanna make sure the beans get coated with the cheese and the seasoning. Okay, perfect. Next is our lemon juice. It's gonna bring a lot of freshness to the dish, okay? Perfect. There we go, guys. Our mixture is ready. So now we all have to do is just wait for our sweet potatoes to cook. Once they cook, we'll start the rest of the process, okay? The sweet potatoes are out of the oven, so just make sure that they are cooled before you handle them, because once they come out, they're still very hot, okay? So once you know that they're ready, is you can get your just fork, poke them. If the fork goes through, they're ready. So what we're gonna do now is you're just gonna need a little bowl. I got mine right here, and we're gonna go ahead and scoop the inside of the sweet potato out carefully, because mine is still hot, as you can see. And our sweet potato is nice and cooked, so the whole skin came off. So once that skin is off, all you gotta do is kind of smash it with your fork like you're mashing not sweet potatoes, you are mashing sweet potatoes, but like you're mashing regular potatoes, or you're mashing a banana. So just use that bottom of your fork and push down, and you're gonna create a nice, lovely mash. Okay, so I got one side in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side. Look at the skin just peeled off. Perfect. So be careful, guys. Mine is really hot. If you want, you can wait till yours cools. I really suggest you do wait till it cools. I'm just showing y'all what to do, but it is very hot, so just be careful. So I got it all mashed up in my bowl. Now we're gonna transfer it to our beans. Put it all in there. No potato wasted. Okay, sorry, Alejandro. Okay, so we got our potato in here. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix our potato mixture into the bean, cheese, and green chili mixture until it makes a kind of little paste with that sweet potato and that bean, just like that, okay? All right, so the next step is going to be to heat your tortillas up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a paper towel, just wrap your tortillas in the paper towel, and we're gonna microwave these for about 20 seconds. Our tortillas are a little bit warm, and we have a baking sheet with a little bit of parchment paper. So now what we're gonna do last is you're gonna open up your green chili sauce, or your salsa verde sauce, and we're gonna put 1/4 of a cup into the mixture. Okay, so just mix that around. It's gonna give us a little flavor into that mixture. And then you're gonna get your tortillas, and we're gonna start rolling our enchiladas. So one tortilla at a time. We're gonna go ahead and scoop the filling into the tortilla, and then you're gonna roll. I'm gonna make a little burrito enchilada, just like that. And put the rolled side, the little flap down, okay? So I'll do it on the cutting board so you guys can see. So I have my one tortilla here, getting some of our mixture, putting it right in the middle, and then you're gonna just, with one side, roll it and then pinch that filling so that it makes a little taco enchilada. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Actually, 3 more times, because we have 3 more tortillas. But just work one at a time. That might be too much. So if you have too much filling, it'll spill over. So it's totally up to you if you want a messy enchilada or a clean enchilada, okay? So just keep filling up the tortillas. Just like that. We have our last one. And what's good about these enchiladas, guys, is it has a lot of things that we usually don't find in our regular enchiladas. It has sweet potatoes, so a veggie that's really good for our health. Black beans, so black beans are great for us too. They have a lot of fiber and plant protein. So there's a lot of good things going in here, and it's also going to taste really yummy. So at the end, it's going to look like this, if y'all could see. Now what we're going to do is with our remaining cheese and our remaining sauce, I'm going to go ahead and pour it on top of our enchiladas, okay? All the way on top. I don't know why I put them like that, but they're like that. Okay, cheese. All of it. Can y'all see it? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bake these. And we're gonna top with our onion when they come out. All right, guys, we're gonna work on our onion. So you're gonna have a piece of red onion in your kit, just like this. I already peeled a layer off, okay? So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and just gently slice that end part of the onion, because we don't want that part. I don't want that part, okay? And now we're gonna do little slices, because this is gonna top our enchiladas. So again, hold your knife firmly like you're shaking someone's hand, not like this, like this. Other hand, you're gonna use a claw, like this, okay? Hold it, and you're gonna go side by side, and you're gonna create those slices of onion, okay? Side by side, creating that slice of onion. Just like that. And depending on how much you want, you can cut the whole thing, or you can cut half. Again, this is great for our bodies. It's got a lot of good things for us. But I'm gonna cut the whole thing just so y'all can see how much that the onion produces. Ooh, right there. And if it makes you cry, that's okay. It's okay. Okay? So we got our slices of onion ready. So now we're gonna wait for our enchiladas. Enchiladas are out of the oven, everybody. Look how good they look. So good. These were in there for 25 minutes. The cheese got nice and crispy for us. So now I'm gonna plate it for y'all so we can see how it looks on our gorgeous plate. Oh, broke a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, if it didn't break, it'd look a little prettier, but that's okay. We're gonna top with our onions. And there you go, guys. Our black bean sweet potato enchilada with salsa verde. Hope y'all like it.